Uh, Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Top Mentor. Today, we will see the entire detail about Power BI. I hope everybody has got the dataset. I would request everyone to open the dataset first, as well as whoever has not been able to download. I will just quickly show you in 2 minutes that from where you can download Power BI desktop. So I hope my screen is also visible for everyone, right? So go to Google and just type download Power BI desktop. This is the first thing that you have to do. Then click on download Microsoft Power BI, right? The first link. And in the first link, you will get this option called as download. Okay. Once you click on download, it will ask you two options, whether you have to download the executor file or you have a 64-bit executor file. So you can select any one of it. If you have a 64-bit operating system, you can select this and you can click on download. Your download will start. Once you download, the installation process is very simple. It's just an application. You can just install, do step by step, next. And finally, you will be getting finished. Okay. So I will just wait for 1 minute so that everybody is able to download. And if you have downloaded, just type Y that, yes, it is downloaded. Just type Y in the chat.
All right, guys, now that you have joined, you could be anywhere. You could be watching TV. You could be doing anything. Now that you have joined, please make sure you stay till the end. Okay, we will take all the queries related to Power BI. All right, and in general, related to your career in data and AI. Okay, so please make sure you stay till the end. Next 3 hours, I want your undivided attention. Okay, we want your undivided attention. All right, even though you are not paying anything for the session, you all will get the certificates, but the catch is you have to stay till the end. Okay, and by the end of the session, we will take you 10 minutes to give you an offer you can't refuse. Rest of the stuff we will deep dive into Power BI only. All right, so please make sure you stay till the end, guys. Yes, sir, you can continue.
All right. So why Power BI, or what is Power BI? Just to give you a basic introduction of that first. Power BI is one of the most powerful in-demand data visualization and reporting tool. Okay. If you talk about business intelligence, Power BI and Tableau comes at first, right? Now, if you talk about Power BI is a application of Microsoft. You can say as a software of Microsoft, which different. You can say most of the organizations nowadays uses Power BI. The reason is due to its lot of new features, due to its AI intelligent charts and graphs, as well as due to expansion of multiple new interesting things in Power BI has emerged one of the top leaders of business intelligence platform. Okay. So today we are going to deep dive into this. But as I have told you, you are not only just going into this session and just creating a report, but you will see how a business intelligence life cycle works, right? Why no Tableau, only Power BI? The reason is Tableau is highly paid. For many organizations, if you go to different organizations, Tableau is very costly, right? And to bear that much cost, a lot of organization does not able to do that. So what they do, they try to develop everything on Power BI, right? That's why. Clear? Okay. I hope most of you have downloaded and installed it. I will quickly open the data set also in front of you. I hope everybody is able to see my data set, right? Everybody is able to see, not able to see the data set. Okay. Yeah. Now, are you all able to see the data set? Okay. So in this data set, what I have given is I have given certain columns, right? You can see sales representative. You can see over here the line items, region, customer name, or you can say customers, date, item cost, and number of items. Okay, it's a very simple data set. But as an analyst or as a business intelligence analyst, right? If a client gives you a data, right, and if they want something out of this, what will be your thought process, right? How will you come into a certain point where you can find out certain insights and give that back to the clients, right? Either you can draw some charts in Excel, you can do pivoting, right? You can create some charts, graphs, you can analyze, right? But why we are using Power BI? Because Power BI will help you do that in much better way, much faster way, right? And if you want to take a step in the field of business intelligence, and if you know Power BI, it will be a quick and easy step for that. Okay. And that's why we are going with Power BI. Okay. Now, I hope you have understood the data: sales representative, line items, region, customer, date, item cost, and you have the number of items, right? So let us open Power BI. So if you have installed Power BI, just open that Power BI and you will see a page like this. I will just quickly open in front of you. You will see a page like this. Everybody should be in this page. Everyone, are you all there in this page? Yes, by Meher. Very good. I want everyone to be interactive with me. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I will answer your doubts. Okay. Step by step, we will complete a complete project in Power BI so that you can show it to your interviewers. You can create some analysis on top of that. All right. All right. I will go very slow. Everybody should be on the same page. Yes. Okay. So many analysts, what happens is they just get the data, they just go hurry up, load that in Power BI and start reporting dashboards and start doing those analysis. But that is not the correct way. The correct way to make you understand is that if you are an analyst, you should understand what kind of analysis can be done, how we can build those graphs and charts, what type of charts should be used, right? And finally, how we can develop a better storyboard out of that, because client and stakeholders looks for story, right? If you watch a movie and if you don't, what do you see in the movie? Basically, you basically see who are the heroes, who are the heroine, as well as how is the story written, right? So if you like the story, if the story is good enough, and if the story touches your heart, then only you will be able to express that, yes, that movie is great. Similarly, for a Power BI dashboards also, right? For a Power BI dashboard also, if you create a proper storyboard and that storyboard reflects some output, action related output, which can help the students, which can help the stakeholders, management to take decisions, that's where you have create a better dashboards, right? All right. So let's now jump into the data set again, and we will see how to load that data set. So I hope everybody in this page. Now, if you check the data set, I will just show you again the data set. Okay. If you check the data set and if you check the format of the data set, how will you check? You can go to the file, you can check the format of the data set also, or you can just click on this at the top options. You will see there is a Excel data dash Excel. It's the Excel file mostly, right? So even if you have saved the file, you can go over that particular file and check and download and check that it will be a CSV file, right? Or it is basically an Excel file, right? Now, what I will do is Power BI has that option to upload any kind of data, whether it is Excel file, CSV file, databases file. So there is an option called as get data. Everybody is able to see over here, get data, right? If you click on get data, you will see n number of data sources which are available over here, starting from Excel, semantic models, data flows, SQL server, text file, CSV files, from webs, other. And if you click on more, there will be n number of data sources which Power BI can connect. So this is one of the advantage that Power BI will give you. You can connect to multiple data sources and do your analysis and reporting. Because when you go to organization in a real time, when you go to organization in real world, what happens is you will have different sources. Some files will come from databases, some file will come from Excel, some file will come from a particular server. How will you connect all those files and create those reports and dashboards, right? That is very important. So today's file, we will connect through this Excel workbook. So if you click on this Excel workbook option, it will just open up. It will ask you where you kept your data. I will just select that particular portion, that select the customer sales smart. I will show you again and again so that you can complete. Just click on get data and Excel workbook, or you can directly click this Excel workbook option, right? Once you click that, you will see a dialog box will appear where you can browse and select your data. Okay. Now, if you see, it is showing me connecting with my data. So it will take some time to connect. I will share the entire screen so that you can see what is happening in the backend. Now see, it has opened up a navigator pane and it is helping me to connect that data. Okay. Now you see it has given an option. Everybody, have you all connected up till here? Yes or no? Up till here, everybody connected? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Yes. Very simple step. If it is a CSV file, text file, Excel file, just click on get data, select which is the data source and just connect to it. Now, if you see, when you connect, you get two options, table one and raw data. Now, if you connect to raw data, you will also get the header. In your data, if you have seen, you have this header, two-line header, right? If you connect to the raw data, you will also get this two-line header. But if you connect to the table, you will get only the table. So Power BI automatically understands what is a raw file and what is my table data. So if I click on raw, check this out. The preview that it is showing me, if you see the preview that it is showing me has null in the first record, right? But if I deselect and select the table one, you can see it is properly taking the table properly. Clear, everyone? Up till here, everybody is clear? Yes, yes, very good. Very good. Right? Now you will get a three option: load, transform data, cancel, right? Load means it will load the data in Power BI. Transform data means if you want to do any kind of transformations. Now, this is a new word for many of you, right? Now, what happens in transform data? A data set is raw. And if you want to do some transformations like cleaning, like properly aligning the column, if there are any white spaces, if there are any punctuation, if you want to transform that, so you can do those things in the transform data features. So we will go into that. But as of now, we will just click on this load option and we will check whether Power BI has loaded the data or not. So I have clicked on load. Please click on load, everyone, so that your data gets selected. What if I select both? So you will get both the data. One will be the raw, one will be the table. Okay. So it will take some few minutes of time, and you will see there is an option called as a data pane. Okay, see, it is evaluating, loading. Once it is loaded, you will see the data or the table on the right side pane, which is the data pane. Now I will explain you the desktop app. So this is a Power BI desktop application, which is free, right? That's why you are able to use it. But do Microsoft give it for free? Absolutely not, right? Every company has to charge something, right? So this desktop is free. Power BI desktop is free. You can use it. It is for community, right? But if you have to publish this data and share it with someone, then there is a problem. Then you have to purchase the Power BI service license, right? And that's where they ask for money, right? Otherwise, if you want to keep that in your system and try to work on that, it's fine. It's okay. You can use Power BI community like Power BI desktop to learn those things. Okay. So my table is loaded. I can see there are total 909 rows loaded. Still, it is taking some time for me, but many of you will see it has loaded. Where I can download the data, either you can download from the group which sir has created, or in the chat also, you can check, you can download the data. Okay. Done, everyone? Is the data loaded for everyone? Data loaded for everyone? Yes, yes, yes. Many of you is telling me yes. Just wait for a couple of minutes so that everybody is on the same page. Okay. Understood. Please share the data set. Okay. I will just inform sir to share the data set again. Okay. You can see on the data pane, whoever has loaded the data, they all can see the data on the left-hand side. Now, what is there in the data? You will see customer, whichever your column names are there, it is visible on the right-hand side data pane. Customer, date, item cost, line items, number of items, region, and sales representative names. So I have got the data, and you can see certain symbols also. Power BI, when you load the data, it understands the data types based on the values that you have, right? If it is a textual data, it won't give anything. If it is a date, it will just create a symbol like calendar. If it is a numerical data, it will just create a symbol like this, the summation sign, right? I hope everybody has loaded the data set, right? Now, when you see this data, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? If you see this data, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? I want everyone to answer this. What analysis comes to your mind when you see this data? Okay. EDA is a type of analysis. Maximum sell, yes, absolutely correct. Minimum selling, okay. Cost region wise, very good. Total profit, okay. I think profit is not there, but still, okay. Yes, maximum sales from which region? Yes, correct. Total, yes, very good. Lot of answers, right? Total revenue, correct. Many of you are answering total revenue, sir. Total revenue कैसे calculate करेंगे, right? Very good. All right. Let's calculate the column. We have number of items, correct? We have the item cost also, right? So what we have number of items. I will just open a notepad for you to make you understand. We have a column called as number of items. And we have another column called as item cost. Number of items, matlab, for example, understand very simply, right? Number of items, how many chocolates that you have bought. That means the number of chocolates, right? And what are the costs of those chocolates? 5 rupees. So if you have bought 10 chocolates of 5 rupees, what is the total revenue that you have paid? You have paid 50 rupees, right? So you have both this column. Can you calculate the revenue? Absolutely yes. Power BI can easily help you to calculate the revenue, right? How will you do that? Number 3 will be total revenue is equals to number of items into item cost. Correct? Everybody agree with me? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. Now, can you tell me one thing? I will make sure you understand this. Tell me one thing. Whether whether total revenue will be a single value or it will be calculated on whole table. Can you tell me this? Whether a total revenue will be a single value or it will be calculated on whole table. Which one? Whole table, single value, many of you are telling. Okay. Okay. If you have, okay, let me explain, right? If you have a single value of total revenue, you can only use that single value for a particular scenario, right? So this is my total revenue, bus. But if you have to be calculated on whole table, right? Then you can use it based on region wise, what is my revenue? Based on customer wise, what is my revenue, right? Based on sales representative by what is my revenue, right? That is the difference. So when you calculate a single value, right, that is basically called as measure in Power BI. When you calculate based on a whole value or a whole table, that is called as calculated column. Did you understand, everyone? Did everybody understood what is a measure and what is a calculated column? If you calculate a single value, right? मुझे सिर्फ total revenue calculate करके दिखाना है कि what is my total revenue over the period of years. I can easily create a measure. Measure means number, right? Numerical figure, right? And I want only one numerical figure. So that's why I can calculate a measure. Now, if I want to do calculation on the entire table, I can use a particular feature or a function called as calculated column. So it will calculate on the whole table. Clear hai? Did you understand what is measure and calculated column? Now you can ask me, sir, which one to use, right? You can ask me, sir, kaun sa use karenge? Which one to be used, right? You can ask me this question. Right. See, it depends on your scenarios, right? If you have to show any numbers, right? Only just a particular number, not related to any other groups like region, representatives, customers, then I will always tell you to calculate a measure, because measure is little bit easy, as well as it will not impact your dashboard, right? And it calculates on runtime. Always remember, it calculates on runtime. What is the meaning of this? Whenever you will open your dashboards, the measures will automatically get calculated if you have already done this calculation. But when it comes to calculated column, you have already done the calculation. You have already created the calculation. So it will always impact your dashboard. मतलब आपका data, you are making your data increase by creating those columns, right? You're increasing your data by creating those columns. So that's where you have to create those calculated columns. But is it necessary? Yes. For some scenarios, we need to calculate for the entire table. And that's why calculated columns are important. Clear, eh? Let's now understand how we can create that, right? So if you see over here, in the table section, the data section on the right hand side where I am hovering, you can see there is a 3 dot coming out. Okay. You can see there are 2 options, new measure, new column. Okay. There are 2 options. If you want to create a measure, you can create this measure. I will show you that. If you want to create a column, I can create that. So first of all, let's And on the left-hand side, if you see of the application, you can see there are 3-4 tabs. One is the report view, which you are in right now. One is called as the table view. If you click on the table view, you will see your entire table, right? If you click on the table view, you will see your entire table with all your columns. See this, right? The next part is the model view. Now, where model view comes in, if you want to do advanced data modeling, right? As of now, if you see, I have only one table. Suppose if you have multiple tables, then this model view will play a very vital role, right? As well as Power BI gives you a new option to create your calculations, which is called as DAX calculation, right? So that's where you will have this DAX query editor also, which is totally new in the current version release. Now, if I go into the table view, everybody should come into this table view. Are you all able to see this table view and your table? Now, if you see, you have two columns, item cost and number of items, right? And I want to calculate revenue also for each line items, right? I cannot calculate total revenue for a particular line item. It is not possible, right? So for each line item, I need to calculate what is my revenue. So that's why I have to create column, not measure. Did you all understood what I have told just now? Why I have to calculate column, not measure? Because every product, every quantity is different, right? And you need to calculate individual line items, right? So that's why what we will do, we will calculate a column. Suppose if you have to show the entire everything, one particular for all the items, one particular value, what is my total revenue? Then you can calculate a measure, which I will show you. Okay. As of now, I hope everybody is clear. Now, if you are in the table view, there is an option called as new column. Are you all able to see new column? Click on that new column. Everybody should click on this new column. When you click on this new column, it will open up a column and it will create a column on the side of number of items. See, like this. It is creating a column which is number of items inside of number of items, a new column. On the top, you will see this a header kind of a scenario where it is asking you how you want to create this new column. So first of all, if you see, automatically it has given me an example, column equals. So that means your column name. I want to put this name as revenue is equals to what is revenue? Item cost into number of items. So I will just write item cost right? I am not writing anything. If you just do, it will automatically take up. So don't click here and there as of now. First complete, see automatically it has taken up. I have just clicked in a separate place. Now you can just click on this and you can edit start into item cost into number of items. Number of items, you can see that over here. I am just selecting that. Any questions up till here? Okay, I am repeating again. How did I did? Right? If you are in the table view, I will just go into the table view again. If you are in the table view, you have an option called as new column. Okay. Click on this new column and you will see an option to create a new column will come at the top, right? Just write revenue is equal to. So we are calculating the revenue for each line items. So revenue is equals to item cost, which you can see table 1 item cost. I am just selecting into the number of items. So number, if you just type NO, automatically it will see table 1 number of items. Bus. Just click on this commit, the green tick mark, and automatically Power BI will calculate a new column for you, which is revenue. Did everybody is able to calculate up till here? Yes or no? Are you all able to calculate up till here? Yes, yes, yes. Many of you are telling yes. Yes. Whoever is telling no, just check the formula. Just check the formula. Item cost into number of items. You will be able to calculate it. Got it? Okay. We will see at the end, we will see how AI is also used in Power BI. So don't worry about that. We will see that. First of all, let us create a quick dashboard, quick report, so that you can show it to your managers, stakeholders, something like that. Okay, so revenue is created. Can anybody tell me what else we can create from this data? So what we have done, item cost into number of items. For each line item, we are able to create revenue. Now, every item needs to be come from a warehouse, right? So it comes from different warehouses. It ships. For example, if you order something on Flipkart, what it does is it ships, right? And there is some cost associated with that, right? Which is called as shipping cost. Many of you will agree with me, right? Shipping cost. So whatever your price is, it also depends on your shipping cost. If you have a high shipping cost, then your prices also gets increased, correct? So based, or you have to pay a little bit for deliveries. You have to pay that, right? So that's where shipping cost comes in. Okay. Now it also depends on number of items. If you have a very high items, if you are purchasing lot of items, your shipping cost get reduced. For example, many of you orders from Blinkit, from Zepto, right? Now what they have done, if you order more than 200, more than 300, they will give you free delivery. Why they do that? The reason is so that you can order. That is analytics. That is intelligence that they have gathered from the data which they collect daily. So if they order multiple times with 200 rupees, we can give them a free delivery, right? Or we can charge rupees 5 only. But if you order less than 100, you will see the prices are very high. Correct? Correct. So we will also calculate shipping cost, and it will be totally based on the line items, right? Number of items that you have purchased. Again, I will tell you how we can create a new column. Just go to the table view on the left-hand side. The second option is table view. Okay. Once you go into this table view, you will see the table. There is an option called as new column. Okay. Click on this new column. Okay. When you click on this new column, another column will get appeared. Now I want to calculate the shipping cost for each of the items, each of the line items, right? So revenue is calculated, which is nothing but item cost into number of items. Now another column, I will just give this column a name called as shipping cost. Everybody should be doing with me. If you want to create this dashboard entirely, quickly finish this 3 calculations. We will do only 3 calculations, but you can finish this. Shipping cost, right? What will be the formula for shipping cost? We will use some advanced formula. We will check if the line items are greater than 10. We will take a low cost. If the line items is not greater than 10, right? We will take a higher shipping cost, right? Yes. Revenue formula is nothing but number of items into item cost. If you do that, you will be able to calculate. Just type it over there, right? Now, what we will do for shipping cost, please listen very carefully. What we have told you, if the line items is greater than 10, we will take low shipping cost. If the line item is not greater than 10, we will take higher shipping cost. So we will do if. We'll write an if condition. See, if I write if, right? If, just type if, right? If, it's a function, right? If you see over here, if, function, if, right? If my number of items I am selecting that. If the number of items is greater than 10, what I am doing, if the number of items is greater than 10, I will give a comma, right? If the number of items is greater than 10, I will take only 1% of the shipping, 1% of the total revenue. So what will be 0.01 into my total revenue or revenue, which I have calculated. Please again check this out very carefully. Okay. I am expanding this part and I am zooming the formula. Shipping cost is equals to, if the number of items is greater than 10, I will take only 1% of my total revenue. Clear hai? Else what I will do? Else I will take 0.02, which is 2% of my total revenue. Or which is revenue. Revenue in the sense total revenue only it will take. Okay. Everybody clear? I will close the bracket. Check this formula. If you have understood, if shipping cost, if the number of items is less than 10, 0.0, which is the 1% of my revenue. And if it is, I will share this formula in the chat so that everybody gets it. All right. So now I will click on this commit. Once I click on commit, the new column will get created, which is called as shipping cost. Everybody clear? Everybody understood? Are you all with me? So you can see the shipping cost is calculated. Finally, we will create one more column, which is nothing but margin. So every customer, every sales representative, every distributor takes certain margin, right? Margin can be, you can say 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. It depends on different customers. So what we will take we'll take a 20% margin based on the total revenue. So we will calculate that. So what we will do, we will calculate another column by clicking on this new column. Margins are always calculated based on your revenue. So we will calculate the margin percentage. Quickly, we will do that. I am again expanding this part. So I will write the column name as margin percentage is equals to, so total revenue, which we have calculated, into 0.2. That is only my margin will. So imagine when a product comes, it comes from different channels, and every channel takes a margin. Suppose for this particular line item, my margin is 20%. So I'm taking a constant margin percentage of 20%, right? And if I click on, and if I enter, now this column is also calculated, which is my margin percentage column. See, everybody, are you all able to calculate all the three formulas which I have given you? Yes or no? Your data should be ready by now, because we will go into the reporting. Your data should be completely ready by now. Ready? Everybody is ready with the reporting now. So my data is ready. Quickly, we will develop some reports, charts, graphs, and we will see how we can use AI on top of Power BI, right? Because it is the future, right? So we will click on this report view on the left-hand side. If you have calculated all the three columns, click on this report view on the left-hand side. Once you click on report view, you can also see in your table, three columns: margin, revenue, and shipping cost are already calculated. Clear? Let's create some charts quickly. So what I will do is, within a time, Power BI, how simple it is. We will just select a donut chart. We'll click on a donut chart. You can see I have selected this donut chart option over here. When you select donut chart, you have an option to fill certain values. So it is giving you configuration pane. So now I want to create the line item wise, right? Or first of all, I will create region wise. I will go into little deeper. So I will create region. I will click on region, and I want to create each region wise how many products are there or how many line items are there, right? So I will click on line items and drag it to values. Please check what I did. What I did very clearly, check this out. So I have selected this donut chart. I have selected region. I have selected line items and put it over in the values. So what it is doing me, each region wise, which region wise we are getting count of line items. I will just go into the focus mode. You will be able to see properly. Everybody, are you all able to see this properly? Quickly, we will see some quick AI visuals also once we create 2-3 charts so that you get some interest. Okay, this is also works in Power BI, right? So region wise count of line items. Everybody done up till here? Again, I will repeat this stage. Correct. So I will just delete this part. So for the first step, what I did is selecting the donut chart. Everybody did this step. You can select the donut chart, right? This is the donut chart. Next, what I did, I selected region. Just click on this region checkbox, right? You can see the region is coming in the legend. What else you have? You also have values. If you see over here, you have values also, right? So what you will do, you will just drag the line items and put those on values, right? So you will get region wise count of line items. Everybody clear up till here now? Clear hai? Okay. If you are clear with this one chart, right? What I will tell you is just use Control C and Control V. So your charts will get copied. Okay. You can align those charts side by side. Control C, Control V. I have just copied. For the second chart, please remove the region, right? Remove the line items and put something else. For example, customer wise sales representative. How many sales representative we have customer wise? See, very easily we have created that. Everybody should create these 2 charts. Quickly we are doing this. Done, everyone? Again, everybody done up till here? Very good. Again, what we will do, Control C, Control V. I want to create 4 charts. You can also change this chart to a pie chart like this. And also you can edit. I want another analysis, which is basically product wise or region wise number of products, which is already done. Or you can put it as region wise shipping cost. Okay. So I will quickly remove this and I will put region wise shipping cost. I will reduce this size little bit so that we can adjust more charts. All right. Everybody done? Can you do it for the last one also? Another pie chart. Control C, Control V. Another pie chart, we want to do it. We will align this at the last, but as of now, quickly, we want to finish this. 4 pie charts. I want to align this in a proper page. So if you see over here, I have aligned it properly. And which one I need to change? This one. So I will add something else for my analysis. Let AI will do my entire inference, entire storytelling, right? So what we will do, customer wise number of items, customer wise number of items. So again, another chart. Clear everyone up till done? Everybody is done up till here. Have you all done it? Now, let's go into some AI visuals, right? Let's go into some AI detail analysis, how AI works on Power BI, right? Many of you will be very interested in knowing this. Sir, how does AI work? So what I will tell you, take a clustered column chart. Just click on this. Sorry, I have just clicked it over there. Click it separately. Take a clustered column chart, not a stacked chart. I have taken a clustered column chart. Okay. And what I will do is, see, I have adjusted it below. What I will do is I will put the date. When you put the date, automatically you will see year, month, quarter is all coming out over here, right? I have put the date, and now what I will put? I will put the number of items, right? So if you see, it is showing me date wise. I will just expand this chart so that everybody is able to see. Later I will adjust. So now what it is showing me, there are 2 years, 2021 and 2022, right? Everybody is able to do this. Clustered chart, which is from the first row, fourth one, clustered column chart. And just put the date and the number of items. I will change this number of items to average items. Just click on this arrow and click on average. So in 2021, we have an average of 9.40, and in 2023, number of items got to 9.33. Now let me just drill down. How will I drill down? Just click on this chart. There is an option called as click turn on to drill down. Click on this and you can further drill down. Next level of hierarchy is quarter. Again, next level of hierarchy is month. So I am drilling down in this chart. Again, I am repeating what I did. Quickly check this out. What I have done is I have taken the clustered column chart. I'm just repeating one more time so that you can understand the fourth one. I have selected that. I am selecting date as well as number of items. Clear, eh? And I am converting that number of items, which is the sum, to average just by clicking on this arrow. Okay. And further, I am drilling down. Go to the next level of hierarchy. You will see when the chart is selected, you will get this option, next level of hierarchy. Next level of hierarchy. So I am in month. Everybody, are you all able to see this option? Month-wise trend for the average number of items. Everybody, yes or no? Are you all able to see this? Right? I can't do average. The average is if you go over here in the y-axis, you have an option called as this arrow. Click on this arrow and click on this average. Clear hai? It is showing from January to December. Clear? Everybody up till here clear? Now, as an analyst, just by drawing this graph won't help me. Understand very clearly. Everybody should be up till here. In my graph, it is showing year, yes. If you are getting year, click on this double arrow. If you see over here, I am just hovering over it. Click on this double arrow. I will just annotate this part, this double arrow option over here. Are you all able to see? Whoever is able to see the year, when you click on that double arrow, you will get it to quarter. Again, if you click on, you will get it to month. Clear? Okay. Now, as an analyst, you just not need to show only this. This will not help you to become a good data analyst or good business intelligence analyst. If your client asks you why there is a decrease in April compared to March, right? Why there is an increase in December compared to this? How will you answer that? Power BI gives you this AI feature, which is related to artificial intelligence. Suppose I will not help you to answer. What you will tell your stakeholders? Right click on this April. Okay. Again, I am repeating. Right click on this April. Go to analyze. And there is an option called as explain the decrease. If you click on this, automatically a narration will come to you. Are you all getting the narration? There is a 12.24% decrease in average number of items between March and April. Are you all getting that narration? So this is how simply stakeholders will able to understand what you have done. Again, I will click on this. Okay. Again, I'm doing. Check this out, everyone, if you have done it. There is an increase in December. How much percentage or what is the increase? Right click on this, analyze, and there is an option called as explain the increase. If you click on that, automatically an annotation is coming to you. Here's the analysis of 17.75 increase in average of number of items between November and December. And it is showing you entire details. See this, November, December. What are the marble dining tables? See this. Entire number of reports. It is showing you just within a click. A stakeholders does not need to understand this. It's just clicking and we are able to get for which item it has increased from November to December. Right? Which are those line items? Right? So if you see style and spa for this customer, right? For this particular line items like dining tables, right? Like seater, sofa, and recliner. These are the columns these are the line items which are above my average. And that's why there is an increase. Are you all able to answer this question? Did you understand? Is this intelligent analytics? Yes. Power BI gives you this intelligent analytics. Everybody clear? Did you all understood? Just within a click, you can do this intelligent analysis, right? Just within a click. Now, what it is doing, understand very carefully. What it is doing, it is comparing from this month to this month, right? That is what it is comparing. But suppose I want to compare for April and November, right? I want to compare between two different months, April and November. So you can select control, select both using control, right click, analyze, and explain the increase. So in April, it was different, but in November, it is different. It has increased. Now, which are the line items which have increased? Which are the customers or which has the number of customers, sales representative, every detail region wise, all analysis you are getting out over here. This is why Power BI is intelligent. Is this cool? Yes or no? Are you all able to understand this? If you are smart, means you don't have to tell anything, right? Just click on it and you will be able to analyze the data very easily. Clear? Let me take another chart so that for many of you, you have not understood. Let me take a line chart. So I'll go into a new page. I will try to take a line chart. I will increase the size of this page, right? And I will add the date and my revenue. So year wise, it has increased. I will just go into detail, another detail. Now we can see monthly and we can see a daily, right? We have gone into detail and gone into daily, right? Now I want to analyze why there is a huge spike over here. Right click, analyze and explain the increase. It will give you why it has increased. See, another different type of charts is being represented, right? So if you see Aurora, Megha, Puri, Silky, Saini, Garge accounted for majority of the increase among sales represented. Within a single click, you are able to see this, right? So you can explain your stakeholders that, yes, due to this reason, there is a spike. And if you want to include, if you want to see a different chart, you can just click on some other charts like this, and it will automatically change. See this. You have a different options to do this, and you can easily change that. By default, it's a waterfall chart, but you can change it. Suppose I want to include this particular analysis. So there is the option over here, which is called plus, add to page. If you click on this, automatically that particular analysis will add it to your page. See over here, it is getting added. Everybody, how cool is this? Power BI gives you the flexibility of doing this. Clear hai everyone? Super cool, right? It's totally AI driven analytics that you are doing. I will show you more cool things. You cannot imagine how much Power BI can do those things. How did I did a line chart? You can just select a line chart from here. There is an option called as line chart. I'll just do that for everyone who is not able to do. The second row, first option, line chart. Click on that. Once you click on the line chart, you can just click on date. You can just click on revenue and just drill down. Just drill down to 3 levels. I have drilled down to this daily level. Clear hai? After that, there is a huge spike. I right clicked on that, analyze and explain the increase. It has given me a lot of it gives you 4 type of chart options. And once you click on this plus option, it will add it to your page. That is where Power BI is so dynamic. Their AI capabilities are so dynamic, it has improved a lot. Clear? Everybody is able to do this up till here. Yes or no? Are you all able to understand? Yes. Very good. Will this help you in your analysis if you are doing any kind of analysis for your office work, for your business, if you are doing any business, right? It will help. Yes. Very good. I will show you more important details about AI in Power BI, right? Let's go to page 1. Let's go to page 1, right? And let us finish this. So I will quickly align this chart. Quickly align this chart. So within a few clicks, you can create these reports. So we have already done this, right? What we will do is we will add some other charts also. Now we will go with some combination charts, right? If you see over here, there is the option called as line and clustered column. Second row, last one. Click on that. So that means you can create combination charts, right? So I have taken this line and clustered column charts. Page 2, repeat. Which one to repeat? The same process. Instead of bar chart, I have taken a line chart and right click and we have analyze. Explain the increase. Once you click on explain the increase, there will be a lot of explanations, inference, insights, which will be giving to you. You can select which is your best option. You can change the chart types just by clicking on this. And if you want to add, just click on this plus sign. It will get added to your page. Clear, Pratesh? Clear hai? Can we go to the first page? Okay. Please align the bar chart that we have done in the first page below and just select the clustered column chart, line and clustered column chart. Okay. Once I select this, now if you see, it's a dual axis chart, right? You can select two measures over here in the line and clustered column. You can select two measures, right? So what I will do, I will select salesperson, which will come in the X axis. In the Y axis, I will select two things, total revenue. Where is my revenue? Revenue and my margin. Okay. Now see, revenue and margin, it is showing me. I will go into the focus mode and show you that. As well as I have told you, I can put a line also. I have a line of Y axis. So what I will put on the line, I will put the shipping cost. So all the details, just drag the shipping cost and put it on your line of Y axis. Now see, I'll just go into the focus mode. The chart should look like this. What I have done, I have selected this clustered column chart. I have selected this clustered column chart. I have taken this sales representative in the Y axis, right? I have taken the sum of revenue and sum of margin on the Y axis, and on the, on the column axis as well as on the line axis, I have taken the sum of shipping cost. So this is a dual line chart which you can show. It is very important and very intelligent in showing it to your stakeholders. Which chart I have used? Second row, last one. Everybody should be able to do this up till here. Everybody should be do this up till here. Done. I will show this again. How did I did? I'll delete this. Second row, last one. Select that. Drag it down. First, we will adjust the space properly. Right? Next, what we will do, select the chart, and you have the option called as X-axis, column Y-axis, and line Y-axis. So in the X-axis, we need a dimension, which is sales representative. We are selecting sales representative. So now we are able to see in with each sales representative, what is the revenue that is getting generated, what is the margin they are considering, and I want to also see it by shipping cost. So I have added all the three. Is this clear? Yes or no? Everybody with me, clear? Clear hai everyone? Okay. We will also add another line chart. We'll put this over here. Need to adjust the spaces properly because you have to do a lot of analysis in Power BI, right? So I have created a line chart. Many of you also know how to create this line chart by now. Add the date. And I want to add the average number of items. So items, number of items, I will click on that and I want to add average number of items. Now this chart, okay, I have already added this. Okay, so I will just remove this. So this is already added. I don't want that chart, so which is good enough. Now I want to add another bar chart. You can remove that line chart. You can add a bar chart by margin because margin we haven't shown in anywhere. So I will select the margin percentage And I want to show that by different year, month, quarter, like that. So I will select the date. So now each date wise, each quarter wise, I don't need the quarter. I only need the year and month. So see, I need only this to year and month. So I have removed that from the date. Please do that. If you are not able to understand, I will repeat it again. What I did, just I have taken this clustered column chart. Right? I have taken this clustered column chart. What I will do now is select the date, and I want to show it only by what? Year and month. I don't need quarter. I don't need day. So I have selected only year and month, and I want to show margin. Okay? Year and month and by margin. So it should basically show you like this. Everybody understood? Everybody is able to do this. So date, you can select date. And I want only year and month, quarter, remove this quarter and remove the day. Only year and month. This is how I want to show this chart. Clear hai? Absolutely great. This is not line chart. This is called as clustered column chart. You can create a line chart also. It depends upon you, how you want to create. Okay. I'm just showing you, you can create a clustered column chart. Now, every dashboard requires KPI, which is called as key performance indicators, right? If you run a business, right? What do you see at the first glance? What is your total revenue, right? What do you see that how many items you have purchased, right? What is my shipping cost, right? Those are your KPIs, which you see at a glance. Total dekhna chahte ho aap. So for that, what we will do, we will use this option called as card. Fourth row, last one, card. Click on this card. Okay. Adjust the size because you can make it small. This is one small card that I have taken. And you can just add total revenue. If you click on that, automatically it will calculate total sum of revenue for you. This is my total revenue I have just added. I will also add another card for everyone to get repeated. Fourth row, last line, last item. Click on this card. Adjust the size and just add your shipping cost. How much you incur in your shipping cost. See, you can easily get those total very easily within a click. Everybody clear hai? Total revenue, shipping cost in same way. Again, I will add another card. 3 cards I want to add. I will adjust this space. And I will add the number of items, total items. Is everybody clear how to add your cards? Yes or no? Clear? See, we are able to create the dashboards. Our dashboard is getting filled up with lots of analysis that we are able to do. For dashboard to play, some stakeholders might to play with your dashboard just by clicking here and there. For that, we need some filters. So there is an option. If you see over here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth line, third option, slicer. If you click on this slicer, and if you click on region, automatically you will see a checkbox of regions is coming out. So this is basically called as slicer, where your stakeholders will just select and they will play with it. So what we will do, we will change this slicer. I will show you again how I did. Fifth row, third option, slicer. Click on that slicer and just select the region. Once you select the region, you will see all the regions are coming out over here. What I will do, I will change the type of this slicer. I don't want a click. I want like a drop-down list. So what I will do, I will go into this formatting Go to slicer setting. There is a vertical list. Again, I am showing how I did go on to formatting. See, there is an option called as format your visuals. Are you all able to follow me? So format your visuals, click on that. There is an option called as slicer settings. Click on that. Vertical list and select the option called as drop down. So now it will not show you a list, but it will show you like a drop down. You can just select and adjust the space properly. So see, if you click on this drop down, you will see the slicers. Clear? So this is done. Now formatting plays a very vital role in Power BI. Okay. You have to be great attention to detail, right? As per Dipendra Goyal, many of you know that, right? Zomato's founder. He is very attention to detail, right? Now you have to be very attention to detail. For example, I will click on this slicer and I will go to this option, right? I will go to general and there is the option called as FX. Again, I am repeating what I did. Click on this slicer, go to this format visuals, go to general. In visual, there is an option called as general. Click on FX and you can see there is an option called as visual borders. Just click on that. Okay. When you click on visual borders, your slicer will get bordered like this. Clear? So you can add your borders, add your colors, all those things can be done, right? I hope everybody is able to create this slicer. Yes. General FX. Click on this option, general FX, and there is an option called as visual borders. You can round your corners also of the slicer. See, your corners will get rounded like this. Very interesting way you can create your dashboards. Everybody has created. Just click on that and copy and paste, Control V. So I will create two slicers. One is region. One is my sales representative. I will remove this region and I will add this sales representative. So two visuals are created. Done, everyone. We will go into the last stages. In the last stage, everything will be done through AI. We will not create these reports manually. Everything will be done through AI. I hope everybody is done. Last thing that a dashboard requires is a title, right? So you can go to insert, or you can see there is an option called as text box. Click on this text box and just add your title. Just a minute. You can just click on this text box at the top, which I have selected over here. You can drag this like this. And you can write your title over here, dashboard title. So I will increase the size of this first, 20 size. And I will add the dashboard title over here as supermarket sales analysis. For year 2021-22. Supermarket sales analysis for year 2021-2022. You can change your way of writing. You can write the title, but this is how, okay, I have written this over here. Supermarket sales analysis. This is the title. I will just try to bold this a little bit more so that you can able to visualize this properly. Everybody, are you able to write the dashboard titles? Where to get the text box? In the home section, you have option called as text box. Very many of you will get difficulty in dragging that. So there will be a 3 dot. Drag those based on those 3 dots. Clear hai? Everybody should complete the dashboard by now. Are you all completed? If you are completed, just type yes, I have completed. If you have not completed, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes of time and complete the dashboard. Completed, very good. Those who have completed, I can see your interest in the next stage. The next stage will be AI. Slicer, fifth row, third option, slicer. What it will do, suppose if you click on this region, so you have all the regions. I want to see everything by Southeast. If you click on Southeast, the entire dashboard will get filtered based on Southeast. Check this out. So that's where slicer is used. Clear? Understood everyone up till here? Completed, sir. Very good. Everybody complete. Now we will use AI. Nothing else. You have created a report. Everybody carefully check this out. You have created a report, right? Now your stakeholders ask you, please explain the donut chart. Okay, donut chart, just click on, I will just explain third row, last one. If you click on donut chart, it will open up like this. Then you can select the region and count line items. Okay. If you drag it, it will count it for you. Understood? Okay. Okay. Now, once your dashboard is ready, okay. See, stakeholders can play with the dashboard just by a click. If you click on anywhere, your dashboards will get reflected based on that click, right? See this. But you have to do this manually, right? If you click anywhere, right? I want to analyze my May month. If I click on May, automatically your dashboards gets changed to that. So it's a dynamic. Dynamically, it is getting changed, right? But if your stakeholders tells you, right, I know you have created a very beautiful dashboard, right? But if your stakeholders tells you, what are you able to show me from this dashboard? How will you answer this question? Will you click on each one of it and show it to them? No. Will you click this and that this is what it is showing as analysis? No. You can make pointers of that. But if you want to get a summary of this entire dashboard, just by a click, how will you do that? So there is a very cool option called as narrative. This is AI generated. Which row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row. The second last option called as narrative. Everybody is able to see this narrative. If you click on this narrative, okay. So it has shown me this option. See, everybody, you will get this option. Either you have to use a Copilot, which is a paid tool, or you can just use custom. Click on custom and it will completely show you the narrative of the entire dashboard. Check this out. It is analyzing your dashboard now. Very cool feature. Within a second, it will give you the entire picture of your dashboard with some analysis. Everybody, are you all able to find out that narrative over there? Just click on that narrative and you will be able to see that. It is taking some time. See, it is coming up. For many of you, it will automatically show it. You will already able to see that narrative. Lot of charts we have used. So it is analyzing all those charts step by step. In the back end, it is doing those things. And then it is coming out with a narrative that this is what your entire dashboard represents. It's a textual output. Absolutely correct. It's a textual output you will get. How? Before it gets opened, I'll just go into, it is taking some time. It's a textual output. Yes. So I'll just go into for others. For example, if I want a narrative, if I want to get a narrative, the 6th row and the last option, narrative. If you click on this narrative, right? It will ask you this, choose a narrative type, select custom. When you click on custom, it will analyze your entire data of this page, and it will give you a textual narrative out of that. It is so amazing and AI generated. You don't need to explain it by yourself. See this, everybody. Are you all able to see this? So it's a textual narrative which is as generated. How cool is this? I will repeat it again. See, it has generated this textual narrative. You can edit, you can bold, you can increase the size, everything you can do over here. Okay. See, these textual narratives are generated, right? I will just increase the size and tell you what it has written. See what it has detected from this page. It has detected that sum of revenue trended down, resulting in this decrease between this to this. Sum of revenue started trending down on Wednesday, January, falling by this. See, every detail it is giving me. Sum of revenue dropped from this to this. So it's an intelligent analytics that has came up. Clear? See, lot of analysis. If you go to page 1 now, let me go whether it has loaded that, because there was lot of things over there, right? How did I take narrative? 6th row, second last option. There is a narrative option. Select that narrative. It is still loading. That means there are a lot of things over here. It will take some time to load. Okay. For others, it can load, right? Everybody, did you all understood this narrative option? Yes or no? In simple terms, if I show you with a graph, suppose if I take a bar chart, if I take line items, and if I take total revenue. So each line item wise total revenue, and I want a narrative of this, I will just click on this narrative option. Oh, sorry. I will just click outside first, and I will click on this narrative option, and it is AI generated. It will narrate this entire chart to me. Check this out. See, it is giving me the entire intelligence of this particular visual which I have added. Everybody understood, yes or no? How cool is this? Interesting? Is this interesting? Can you see, do you want to see more interesting features? Do you all want to see more interesting features than this? So Power BI gives you another very interesting option called as Q&A. How many of you have used this? So if you click on Q&A, so it is preparing your questions and answers. So you can ask anything of your data from this Q&A option. See this. I will just increase the size of this. See, it is giving me a box where I can write my questions, right? Just click on this Q&A, just side by of your narrative, right? And you can ask anything. What is my average revenue? You can ask anything, average revenue. It will automatically calculate it for you. See, it is automatically calculating it for me. You can ask any question about your data, right? See, it is giving me option, right? Top items by revenue, or top 3 items by revenue. See this, how simply it will give you those answers. Revenue, you have to write completely. Top 3 items by revenue. See this. Top 3 items by revenue. Which are my top 3? Bamboo from couch, make marble dining table, and sofa seater. Clear, everybody. Intelligence. You don't need to do anything. Ask questions and it is done for you. Is it interesting? Okay. Many of you are telling me, sir, I am not able to see your graphs charts properly. Can you change the color? If I have to change the color, I have to change it for everything. But is there any option to change it dynamically? I will go to this modeling view. I will go to the view and you have an option of themes. Okay. You have an option of themes. I can select a particular theme and my entire dashboard colors will get changed based on that themes. See this out, how interesting it is. Okay. Entire dashboard colors gets changed based on that themes. So you don't need to color every time. My dashboard color gets reflected based on themes. Is this cool? Formatting. Are you all using it? Are you all able to do this? Right? Everybody could not understand narrative. I will explain you again. Right? Suppose you have created a chart like this, which I have created in page 3. What chart I have created? Line item wise total revenue. I have created this chart called as line item wise total revenue. Clear? Now I want to explain my stakeholders about this. I want to explain my stakeholders about this. So what I will do, I will click on this narrative and will sit for, First of all, I will go out. I want to explain my stakeholders about this particular graph which I have created. What I will do, I will just click on this narrative and sit quietly. And click on custom. And I will sit quietly. Your entire analysis, explanation is given by Power BI itself. Power BI itself gives you entire explanation. Okay. If you just increase the size, see, this is the first thing. So at 10.58942.98, bamboo pouch had the highest sum of revenue and was this. So entire analysis is giving by, you don't need to do anything else. This is called as narrative. Clear? Option is not coming. You see, when you click narrative, if you already are a Microsoft user, it will come directly. If you don't, you click on narrative. If you are not a Microsoft user, you have an option to select Copilot or custom. I will click on custom because Copilot you won't have. When you click on custom, you will be able to see this. Okay, just increase the size little bit and you will be able to see. I have increases and zoom it out little bit. Now I hope you are able to see this properly. Clear hai? Any questions? Okay, let me remove this. One more interesting. Do you all want to see? Slicer steps. Just click on this slicer and add a region. And you can select this regions and it will slice down your data based on that region. See, it is changing. Okay, that is what slicer does. Okay, one more interesting AI visuals. Do you want to see, yes or no? Which will change your entire dynamics of analyzing any kind of data. Does everybody wants to see that? Slice, right? So there is an option called as decomposition tree. Everybody, if you click on insert, there will be an option called as a decomposition tree. Click on this decomposition tree. Just go to insert, and below insert, you will have decomposition tree. Click on that decomposition tree. Clear? Everybody selected that decomposition tree. Right? Now I want to analyze my revenue. I will just, so see, there is an option called as analyze. And there is an option called as explain by. If you see the configuration, I want everyone to focus on this. One option is called as analyze. One option is called as explain by. So I want to analyze my revenue. Right? See, a revenue option is coming over here. I will just zoom it. You can see the revenue option over here. And I want to explain the revenue by customer, by line items, by region, by sales representative. Please explain me by all those things. I have put everything. Clear hai everyone? Again, I am repeating what I did. Please check this out before asking any question. I want you all to focus on this. Click on decomposition tree, first of all. When you click on decomposition tree, right? It is have two options, analyze and explain why. Just put the revenue to analyze. I want to analyze my revenue. And I want to explain. Can you explain the revenue by line items, customer, region, sales representative, everything I have selected over here. Up till here, everybody is with me. Yes or no? Everybody up till here. Yes, all selected. Now, do you see a plus sign? So it is asking me, choose how to split your data. If you click on plus sign, there is a certain options that comes to you. Again, I'm repeating, there is a plus sign. So total revenue is this. So if I click on this plus sign, it asks me that how you want to split your data. It is based on high value, low value, or the explain items which you have kept. So I want to explain my revenue based on line items. Which line item has given me a high revenue? If I click on line items, automatically you will see the chart is being segregated based on line items. Are you all able to see those line items? Everyone, are you able to see up till here? Very much, right? So you can explain each things in detail, right? I hope everybody is able to see sum of revenue. I have just click on the plus items and I have gone into line items. So bamboo foam couch is giving me most contribution in my revenue. After that, dining table, seater, sofa, wooden coffee, glass center. Now, if I click on this plus sign again, I want to further go that bamboo foam couch from which region? Now it will further drill down and show me that from Southwest, it is giving me more contribution in my revenue. Is it giving you benefit? Is this will help you in your future? Right? You can just drill down and go into detail. Your stakeholders wants to go much deeper. You can go into this deeper using this decomposition tree. If I click on this plus and I want to tell which sales representatives, check this out. It will further drill down that Roy Ajit, Akansha Dubey, Gaurav, and Gargi. These are my sales, and Roy Ajit is giving me the most contribution. And if I click on the plus option, and the last one is customer, which customer, you can see also the customer details. Did you all understood? Yes or no? Is this interesting and is this help you in your Power BI futures? Did you learn something amazing in this? So in your data, imagine you want to find out a problem, root cause analysis. Root cause analysis will help you on these things, right? So I want to go into my detailed root and I want to analyze that. Now, how you want to go back? Just click on this cross option. Click on cross, 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 and you can go back to where you have started. Now we are left with two things. If you click on this plus sign, I have not used high and low value. These are AI generated. This is an AI generated analysis. If I click on high value, so why the sum of revenue is high? It will give me that. So due to line items where Bamboo Found Coach is giving you that. It is by default, it is generating that. If I click on this plus and I want another high value, why Bamboo Foam Coach is so high in revenue? So because it is going into another region, which is Southwest. It is all doing by its own. Clear? Now, Southwest, if I click on this plus sign, why this is low value? I want to analyze something else, something hatke from what I am doing. See this. Why it is less? Because Style India is giving me this revenue, and which is a customer. They are spending less over here. These are the customers, which is purchasing those line items, but in a very less. You can easily analyze this. Go into detail. Clear, everyone? Did you all understood this? So with separate analysis, you can go and you can go deeper into that. This is one, right? And you can go further detail and analyze this. Everybody understood decomposition tree, one of the AI visuals in Power BI. One of the AI visuals in Power BI. Is my explanation clear for everyone? Are you getting? I want everyone to remember it whenever you open Power BI, that these things has helped me and sir has explained me, and I am able to do this in my own data also. Not only a dashboard I have created, but I can create much beyond that dashboard. Right? The last thing that I want to explain you is the key influencer, and the last AI visual, which is called as key influencers. Click on this key influencer. This is amazing. This is one of my favorite chart. You will see how beautiful is this. Key influencer. When you click on this key influencer, again, it is telling you how you want to analyze and what you want to analyze based on what. So I want to analyze revenue, another way of analyzing things. And I want to explain it by, for example, customer, line items, and region. Okay. What I did, I clicked on key influencer and I have put revenue again as my analysis option, and I want to explain it by customer, line items, and region. It is running the analysis. What it will do, it will go deeper, much deeper in what you have got. So how will you, I hope everybody did up till here. Where is key influencer? There are two ways. You can go to insert and key influencer over here, or you will see in the chart, the 6th row, the second option is key influencer. Everybody clear? So in the key influencer, what did I put? I put I put revenue on the analyze and explained by customer, line items, and regions. Clear hai? Now, how will you read this? Very difficult, but I think it is the most interesting chart in Power BI. They have given it. How will you read it? So if you see in key influencer, you have the first option, what influences revenue to increase, right? What are the key influential factors in where your revenue is getting increased? So when the line item is bamboo foam, right? Which is around 4.3K. Or when the line item is bamboo 4 and the average of that revenue increases by 4.3K, these are the things that happens. Clear? When it increases, when the line item is bamboo foam couch and the average increases by 4.3K, then you will see there is an increase in revenue. Means when this line item increases by this much amount, your revenue gets increased. This is what it is showing me. Did you understand? This is one of the key influential factors. What it decreased, if I click on decrease, so it is giving me two options. When the average of line item glass center decreases by 2.45K, your revenue decreases. Or when your wooden coffee, the average is decreases by 1.67K, your revenue decreases. Very insightful insights. Within a click, you are able to get this. Suppose you are analyzing your data of your own company's data, right? And I think a lot of people are resigning. You can just check what is the key factors why they are resigning your company. This can easily help you. I am just giving you a scenario, right? This will probably help you on that and find out which are the factors, the reason why your people are leaving the company. Now, if you click on top segments, as of now, in revenue, more likely to be high, there is no top segments. For low also, there are segments. It has clustered segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, and it is showing you that. So if I click on any of the segment, it will show me the details. That in segment 1, why is your revenue low? Because of this reason. The average revenue is this. This is 1.9.8K units lower than the overall average. Around 176 data points are there. So that is why. And the line item is glass center table. That is the reason why your revenue is low. So I will focus on this particular line item and I will check why it is not performing well. Why the customer is not liking this product. What should I do to increase my revenue, or what should I do with this particular line item so that it gets increased? Similarly for this, what is this? The line item is wooden coffee table. And how much it contributes in my revenue getting lower? This much amount. This is a very interesting, very interesting graph, I find, because it will help you to go into deeper and find out meaningful insights out of this. Everybody clear with this? Clear hai everyone? Any questions do you have up till here? I will love to answer your questions. Line and clustered column chart. Let me explain you. One of the people is want to me to explain that. So line and clustered column chart, you will find on the second row, last option. If you click on that. Now in this chart, you can put multiple things. Because when you create a chart, either you can put a bar chart or a column chart, or either you can put a bar chart, and in bar chart, you can either put one dimension, one measure. But in this line and clustered column chart, you can put multiple things. What are those multiple things? I want to put my sales representative as my x-axis. I want to put margin and revenue. So each sales representative wise, how they have earned their margin and what is their revenues, and how much they have incurred in their shipping cost. I want to see that as an average, for example. So shipping cost, I want to see it as an average. So many detailed things I can see on one thing. Now, out of this also, if I want to explain why my shipping cost is high in this particular region, I will click on this, analyze, and or I will click on this, analyze and find out. Okay, Another interesting things I forgot to tell you that, suppose I want to explain this particular point. Okay, I want to explain this particular point. I will click on this, go to summarize. This will give me a summary also. See, it is creating narrative. Same narrative. Summarize means it will same narrate me that particular thing. See this. Sum of margin and total revenue are negatively correlated with each other. Bajaj, Birbal, and this sum of margin, sum of revenue, and average shipping cost. Easily, I am getting that. So you can do it from there also. Other than that, if I want you to explain this, click on this particular option, right click, analyze, and find where the distribution is different. If you click on this, it will also give you all those details over here. See this entire detail. It is showing me for each line items, customer, everything it is showing me just within a click. This is the power of Power BI AI visuals. Clear hai? How can you explain me how you created sum of margin percentage? See, I have calculated the margin percentage based on total revenue. I have take, so for every sales representative, they might have to take some margin. So whenever you purchase a product, there is a margin associated to that. So based on total revenue, so if you click on this margin percentage, you will be able to see the formula. See this. Margin percentage is based on total revenue. I have taken 20% of that. Okay. This is the formula. You can just check. I have zoomed it. You will be able to understand it. Clear? Any more questions? Did you like my sessions, everyone? Will this help you in your near future? That is the most important thing, right? This analysis will help you to make more better analysis. This is just, I have given you a head start. Now what I want all of you to do is you can just go more detail. If you want to go more detail, you have to study about Power BI. You have to know more important things because a lot of other important things are also there, right? How again you can modify formula, whichever the column you have created, right? For example, revenue, you have created shipping cost. Just clicked on that. Just click on that. It will pop up your formula over here. Then you can just edit it over here. Suppose I want to increase this by 2 and this by 3, right? And just click on this tick mark, commit. So it will automatically do it for you. Clear? This is how you can edit your formulas. Slicer, please. Okay, very good. A lot of questions are coming. I am getting very interested. Very good. Slicer, if you go to any of the, I'll just go to one of the page so that I can show you the slicer. Slicer option is kept when a user wants to play with the data, right? As a data analyst, you want to give your stakeholders to play with your data, right? That is very important. And slicers will help you on that. How you want to play with your data. So from the 5th row, 3rd option is the slicer. If you click on, and slicer can be both dimension as well as measure, means number as well as textual data also. You can put anything as a slicer. When you put numbers, what it will be? I will just hide this. Okay. When you put numbers, for example, if I add a slicer on this page, a lot of questions are coming. Okay. Just give me 1 minute to answer one by one. If I put a slicer over here, okay, and if I just add item cost, so see, there is a slicer which came up, a slider kind of a thing, which tells you from this range to this range is your item cost. If I decrease this, so all my graph will change based on that particular decrease. See this. See this. So you can check tell that if your item cost ranges from 0 to this or this, what will be your total revenue, total cost? This is the way you can use your slicer. Clear? Whoever was asking. Right? Can we use Copilot for a formula? Show as an example. Copilot has to be subscribed. It is a paid thing. You won't get it for free. Okay? Copilot is paid. Okay? How to change the color of the bars? You can just click on this option. You can click on the chart, go to this format, general, and you can see your effects over here. You can change the color, or you can go to visual. If you want to change the color of the bars, go to visual. You will have options over here, right? Data labels, line, columns. So if you go to columns, you can see the colors options over here. All those things you can change. So everything can be changed over here. Secondary axis, y-axis, any chart, any graph, you can change the color. If you want to change the theme, then I have told you, go to view and select a particular theme. You can change the color over there. Clear? How can we use DAX? So whatever you have written just now is basically DAX queries only. So in Power BI, it is basically called as DAX queries. Suppose if you want to calculate total revenue, just quickly, I want to show you one DAX, total revenue I want to calculate, right? What I will do, I will create a DAX called as a measure. Okay, I will take a new page so that you can understand. Lot of things we have learned. You can just need to practice, just go to a new page. In the table, there is an option called as new measure. When you click on measure, it will help you to calculate a new measure. So now we will write a DAX query. This is little advanced, but I am showing you. So new measure, as I have told you, it will be a single value, right? So if I just write sum of, the formula is sum of my total revenue, which I have calculated. So revenue, each item wise I have calculated. Now I am calculating my total revenue. Just giving a name. How did I get that measure? Just click on this 3 dot and you will have an option to see create measure. Just click on this and you can see your measure DAX is created. If you see over here, all the functions in Power BI are calculated using DAX. Now, if I click on a card, if I click on a card and just add that measure, total revenue, you will see the total revenue is popping up, which is a single value. It is not a table calculation. It is a single value, right? How did I create? Click on this 3 option and there is an option called as new measure. Or if you are in the home tab, there is an option called as new measure at the top. You can click over here also. Total revenue is created. Understood, everyone? Now, there are a lot of DAX calculation. If you click on this total revenue again, as of now, I have created sum of total revenue, right? But suppose if I want to filter any particular region called as Southwest or something like that, right? So you can also use a calculate function, which is a DAX calculation. So calculate what it can do. It will filter your data. So calculate sum of total revenue. Okay, this is what I want to calculate, my sum of total revenue. And also I want to filter this data by region. See, I can select region over here. And region is equals to Southwest. The column name should be, the value should be exactly same. So this way also you can create DAX. So now what it will calculate? It will calculate the revenue for only Southwest. That is where DAX calculations are held. This is my total revenue. I can compare what is my Southwest revenue. I can compare over here. Southwest revenue. Understood, everyone? This is what DAX calculation is. Okay, I will not go into detail of this, but this is a more separate story where you can learn into more detail. I hope you have learned something from the session. I hope you have gained a lot of knowledge, but now you need more practice. Thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed the session, created certain dashboards, which you can use it, right? And you can develop those dashboards